My family and friends, the reason I'm doing this GoFundMe is because we need a miracle. So before I go into why, I just wanted to tell you a bit of our background and why we're here. In 2011 we came back from South Africa. It was a turbulent time. We had to come back from there. We love the country, but due to the collapse of my business we had to come back. The intention was always to get back on our feet, get work, which we did, and the focus was to get a deposit for a house, get back to what we'd left. Year after year passed, and life happened, and we just didn't save. One thing after the other. I was in a decent paid job, but that was just about slightly more outgoings than there was incoming, as it is for many people, I'm sure. Then after 4 years later, I think it was, 2015 was Christmas. 2015 was a horrible time. I lost my job. It was a really deeply unsettling time, because not only losing my job, but also at the same time, Christmas Eve, my little beautiful daughter, my third daughter, came into the world. It was a special time, but it was a difficult time as well. At the same time, as you can well imagine, can probably identify with. But we put one foot in front of the other as normal. Didn't give up, kept on fighting. I had 2 part-time jobs, very menial jobs, whilst I looked for more meaningful work, and I was studying at the same time, just to try and make a difference. But we barely made ends meet. It was really an awful year, to be fair. Didn't enjoy it one bit. But what we did have was the stability of our home. We knew that it was our home for as long as we wanted it, or so we thought. Again, it was November 2016 of that year, and our landlord got in touch with us and said, really sorry, but you've got 2 months to move out. We want to sell the home, which came as a real shock. I mean, we'd been there 5 years and we were great tenants. We never missed a payment, but it didn't matter. We knew we had to get out of there. And it was at that time that a minor miracle happened. We found this wonderful place called Oakwood in Devon, just outside of Crediton. It was a magical place. It's a beautiful place, but it was actually cheaper, rental-wise, than it was in our previous place. Cheaper. We couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe our luck. We just thought, this is a miracle. There's no way on earth that I could have planned it. There was a sequence of events that happened where everything just works, and it just so happens that we made an offer and we rented the place and we moved in. February 2017, we moved in. We had a discussion with the landlady, and we said, look, we love this place so much. Would you be willing to sell it in a few years' time? And she said yes. She was in her mid-80s. She didn't have a long-term plan, but she knew that in about 5 years she wanted to sell it, and that just suited us down to the ground, because 5 years was a realistic time period, and that would have enabled us to save a decent deposit. But unfortunately, it's that time of year again. It's November 2017, just passed, where we had a situation where the landlady passed away. It was a desperate time. We were contacted by the estate agents and also by the daughter of the landlady, saying that they needed to sell. They needed to sell in early 2018, and that, do we want to buy it? And of course we want to buy it, but there's no way that we have the money for what they're asking for. Basically, the asking price is £350,000, and that's roughly £350,000 that we don't have. So that's the background. That's where we are now. This is why a miracle is needed. Now, I believe in miracles, I believe in God, and I believe in people. I really do believe in people. I believe in the power of the internet as well. And I just honestly believe within me that we can raise this money. We can raise money through each person donating £10. That's all it would be. And that would be so much easier for 35,000 people to raise £10 than my £350 friends on Facebook raising 1,000. So it's about that outreach. It's about getting that outreach to people. So if you can't donate, I understand. I do genuinely understand, because not everybody can. But if you can't, please can you share the story with others, other people who can donate. And it's even just £10. If you've got 350 people, 100 people on your network, ask them to donate £10. I mean, that would get us where we want to be. But I don't want you to think that I'm just asking for a handout. It's not about that. We're doing everything we can possibly do to raise this money, not just GoFundMe. I've written a book. It's called The Swallow's Tale, The Early Years, and it's out there. It's been published. It's available, and my intent is to sell 35,000 copies. And if I do so, at £10 each, which is what I'll get, we'll get there. So it's not just me asking for a handout. There are many things we're trying to do to get here. But again, I believe in the power of people. I believe in the power of God and the universe, and I believe that this can happen. When my little daughter said to me, "Daddy, I don't want to be kicked out of this house because I love it so much," it really struck a chord with me. It gave me that thing that a parent has where the fire in your belly comes to the fore, and you think, right, I've got to do something. I have to do something. I'm not going to sit back and let things happen to us. So this is the reason for this video. I need to make things happen. I need to protect my family, and I need to ask you if you can donate. It would be absolutely amazing. I can't do this alone. There's no way. If I had to raise £350,000 by myself by springtime of 2018 alone, it's not going to happen. I wouldn't be able to do it. But with you, if you send this video to as many people as you can to donate £10, then it can happen. I believe in a miracle, and I believe it can happen. Please help us. Please help us save our home.